The following portion of Acadiana Live is brought to you by Acadiana Elder Law Clinic.
Welcome back. Joining us in studio right now, we have David Groner with Acadiana Elder Law Clinic. Welcome back. Thanks for hanging out with us.
It's good to be back, Taylor. Good seeing you.
I love having you here. We learn something new every day. And this topic, I think it's so important that we're covering it today. So what if someone has a child with special needs? They're on the spectrum, such as autism. Would they be able to leave their child an inheritance without impacting government benefits?
Yes.
Okay.
The answer is yes, but it's got to be done very carefully. And the way to do that is called a special needs trust. Now, if you have a disabled child or a child on the spectrum, you should go ahead and create a special needs trust for that child so that that child can not only receive your inheritance, but the inheritance of their grandparents, aunts and uncles, anyone that wants to contribute to that child's future could put it in that special needs trust. And by doing so, the trust will pay for all the extra things that the child needs growing up, but not those things that the government should pay for, like medical and hospital and doctors and all that. So, so yes, there is that document called a special needs trust. Now, let's come back to my trust. Okay. Generally, when I do a trust for a client, I will incorporate within that trust the language to create a special needs trust, even if they don't need it. Why? Because sometimes one of their children may require government benefits. They may have a stroke. They may have an accident. Something could happen to where they can't care for themselves. It would be great to at least have the language in the trust that a special needs trust is created for them. That way they get their inheritance and yet still get their government benefits. Yeah,
so let's say you already have your trust and your will already created, and something does happen to where you do need a special needs trust. With that trust already created, can you go back in there and add that clause in, or does it have to be done when you're creating the trust? Yeah,
I think you have to do it when you're creating the trust. You could create a special needs trust after. Yeah. But that would be a whole separate trust. But I'm saving you the effort, the time, and the expense by going ahead and putting it in the trust that we do. But no, it's definitely, you know, anyone who's got a special child with a special condition should definitely know that that's something they need to look into.
Great information as always. And I know you have a handful of workshops that happen around Acadiana. Yes. How can our friends at home come by and meet you and ask you their questions?
Well, first they can call the number on the screen and ask my friendly staff, where am I going to be next? And I try to do workshops at the local libraries. But if you want a speaker, if you need someone to come talk to your group for 15, 20 minutes, I'm happy to do so. And I've done so with assisted living, with Kiwanis clubs, with chambers of commerce. So churches, I got calls from a church, would you please come? And I did, and we had a wonderful session. 30 people showed up.
Wow.
Yeah, oh yeah.
That's amazing.
It's great. So yes, I'm happy to help, happy to be there if you need me. Otherwise, call me and come to one of my workshops.
David, as always, thank you so much for hanging out with us and educating us a little bit today.
Good deal. Good to be here, Taylor.
It's always great to have you. And if you at home have any questions, call the number on your screen. You can also rewatch this interview and others on our website, klfy.com. We'll be right back after this.